Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Floyd Humphreys at floydhumphreys.com. And today I just want to answer a couple of questions that I guess somebody else isn't answering. And people ask me, I got one guy said that he was in the #1 recruiter in the whole company, in the #1 recruiters organization, and he wasn't getting any spillover, and he'd been in for a month and nothing had happened, and he wondered what was going on. And so I answer questions for anybody. It don't matter if they're in my line or not. But anyway, so I want to explain a little bit about how spillover works, because there's people that create spillover and there's people that wait for spillover. Now, the matrix is 2 by 15, so 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and like that, it goes down. So if you come in under somebody who's actively recruiting, you might get 10 or 20 or 30 or even 40 or even 50 in your downline. Bam, 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 bam. Because I basically filled my first 5 levels by myself. I mean, there was a few people that got 1 or 2 here and there, and there was a few spillover here and there. But basically, my first 50 people were people that I got myself. So now I'm working on my 6th and 7th generation. The 6th, I was working on my 7th, and I go back to my 6th because some people quit. And so I've had about, of the 99 people that I've got personally, 27 of them have quit. So that's a statistic for you there. So that's just damn near 30% that quit within 6 months. So now, the thing of it is these people here will probably never quit, because they're all making more than their $10 a month, because of their matrix has people in it. And so they'd be pretty stupid to quit, because they're putting in $10 in and they're getting more than $10 back. Now I have people clear down to my 11th level, and so those people will probably never get any spillover from me, ever. Now they may get some spillover from somebody else, because somebody up here, you know, I mean, I'm not the only one sponsoring people, so, you know, there's a lot of different people that could create spillover. And so, but what happens, so somebody says to me, well, does it matter who I sign up under? You know, should I sign up under the person that's the #1 person, or should I sign up somebody that's clear down 50 like you? So it's like this. You don't know where you're going to get placed, no matter who you come in under. Even if you come in under the #1 producer, you might be placed way down here. Now if you're placed, let's say he's got 2,000 people in his organization. So let's say that you get placed down here. How long do you think it'll be before you get spillover? A year? 2 years? 5 years? Hard to say. Because the spillover that the leader produces, if he's going across this row, he's got to get 4,000 people before he comes back to get another one on that level. So in other words, he's going across, and he doesn't go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not like that. He goes across. You have to understand the way it works. If let's say this level here wasn't full, so then the first one that would be placed would be this one, and then the next one would be this one because it has to go under that guy, and then the next one would be this one because it has to go under that guy, and the next one would be this one because it has to go under that guy. So it leaves a space every time. Now, of course, if it goes down farther, if it's, let's say it goes down the next sixth, this is the sixth level here. So let's say it goes down there. Well, then this guy is on the sixth level, so it's skipping every other one up here. But so it might be skipping 4 or 5 down here. And then when it gets all the way across to 4,000, however, on the 6th level there's not that many, but I was saying if you know on the other level it had 4,000 on it, then then that person would have to create all that many people before he starts on the next level. So so unless you've got somebody in your immediate upline that's recruiting, actively recruiting, then I mean, you might be in a line of deadbeats. Now, for instance, I've got people, let's say, that are here. Let's say there's one here that got spillover, that got spillover, that got spillover, that got spillover. So there might be 5 different levels in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, levels in a row where nobody has sponsored a single person themselves. In other words, up here, I sponsored most of them myself. So a lot of people, they got a lot of people in their organization, but they didn't get any of them themselves. They got a lot of spillover, and that's because they got in my organization when I first started recruiting. But now that I'm been recruiting for 6 months, I'm down here, and so they're still getting people in their downline. That's why they'd be stupid to quit. But the people that are on the level that I'm working on, like let's say this level right here that has 128 people on it, if for that person to get spillover from me, I've got to fill up that whole 128 before I can put anyone under them down in this line level. So if they're in a line of deadbeats, then they won't get any spillover from anyone besides me if they're in a line of deadbeats. Now, and nobody knows if they're going to be in a line of deadbeats or if they're going to be in a line of a heavy hitter, because some people are actively recruiting and some people are not. And so if you get in a line of non-recruiters, then unless spillover is the only way you're going to make it, if you're dependent on spillover, and you might not ever get any. Well, I mean, eventually, in 10 years or something. But here's the thing. The company's brand new. And so unless these guys are brain dead, and some of them probably are, but they're going to realize that they've got an opportunity where they're getting more money out than they're putting in, and they're going to tell somebody. I mean, they're stupid if they don't, right? I mean, the whole reason, there's only one reason that people don't recruit. I mean, there's only one reason. There's only one. Somebody can say, oh, there's several reasons they don't get anybody. Bullshit. There's one reason and one reason only. They don't believe it. They don't believe in the company. They do not believe in the company. They're chicken shit to go tell their friend or their neighbor, their mother, their father, their grandma, their grandson, whatever it is. They're chicken shit because they don't believe it's true, and so they're afraid to say, I found something that's hotter than hell. I found something that this is the next big thing. I found something that can make you rich. I found something that if everybody only gets 2 people, they'll be a guaranteed millionaire in less than a year. So, I mean, it's just, but if you don't believe it, then you can't, you don't want to sign up in this company that costs $10 a month, do you? Because you can buy products wholesale, but I've heard it's a good deal and I'm in it, but I'm not making any money because I haven't done any work. I've been sitting on my ass, and I expect somebody else to do the work for me, and that's why I'm poor in the other parts of my life, because I'm stupid and retarded and lazy and a non-worker and a bum and a non-believer. I mean, okay? So, you know, I mean, if you have any credibility at all with the people that you associate with, then you can tell them that you found something that's hot and say, look, you know, just go watch the video, take a look, but I'm making money and you can too. And, you know, like that. And, you know, everybody's not a hermit like me. I live 6 miles from the closest paved road. I have one neighbor that's closer than 5 miles. I go to the grocery store a couple times a month. I don't have to, but I do, because I, you know, but I'm a hermit. But everybody isn't a hermit. Some people have neighbors and friends and everything all around them, you know. So anyway, I've personally enrolled 99 people in 6 months. And, you know, I mean, so I'm not the #1 producer by a long shot, but I am making money, and I am making more than I put in. You know, I've got well, I mean, I don't know, over 100. I didn't count them, but I mean, I've done 99 myself. So anyway, the point is that you got probably the greatest opportunity on the planet right now, and you're already, if you're not in, just I'll leave a link under this where you can just go to besthome.business and just watch the video and put your name in, and you're in. Okay, and you can reserve your spot for free, you know, if you ain't got $10. And it's actually, if you want to participate in the whole thing, it's going to be $49.95, but the $40 part is a one-time deal. But anyway, so here's the thing. No place else on earth can you buy products this cheap that are this high quality. So if you don't know anybody that uses supplements, then you don't know very many people, or else you're very, very young and don't have any grandparents. So, I mean, really, everybody should be using them, because you don't get this nutrients in your food anymore. You know, in the olden days when farmers rotated crops and everything, and then the one crop took something out of the ground, but then when they plowed it all under, it put something else back in, and then they could rotate a crop that took something else out and put something else in, and but they don't do that anymore. They just use artificial fertilizer, and they grow just one for one thing, and you don't get those nutrients like you used to. So consequently, you know, your immune system isn't as good as it should be. So then when some little old thing comes around that normally wouldn't even bother you, you get sick, you know, and because your immune system is crapped out, you know. So you know, that's what keeps people healthy, is their immune system. So anyway, I don't want to take all day on this. I just wanted to explain a little bit about how spillover works, because you know, depending on what line you're in, and who knows, you know, I mean, if you join me today, you might be in my #1 line, and boom, 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 you might just be getting spillover quick. But you might get in a line of deadbeats and not ever get any spillover until I finally get going across that row and fill them up for you. So you know, it's you just don't know. But what you do know is that you've got the opportunity to refer people yourself. So don't count on spillover. Who gives a shit if you get in here, if you don't? Create it. Because what happens is, see, these people up here think life's great, because I gave them 50 people. In other words, out of my 99 people, 49 people went on one leg and 49 people went on the other leg. So they're like, life's great, you know, because they get they got in under a producer. Well, if you're the producer, then it motivates these people under you to start doing something, and pretty soon you start getting some bronzes, and pretty soon you start getting some silvers, and pretty soon, you know, things start happening. But you know, because they see that something's happening. Now, the people that are in a line of deadbeats, they don't see anything happening because they've been in for, say, 3 or 4 months and haven't got one spillover yet, and maybe they won't for another 3 or 4 months. Who knows? I mean, you know. So on the other hand, you know, you might put under somebody that's actively recruiting, and if you're in their first or second or third level or something like that, and because then you know, you might get, you know, 50 people in your downline, bam, 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 you know, like these people did in my line, you know. But the thing is you know, it's not realistic to think that you're going to become wealthy by sitting on your ass. I mean, truly. You know, I mean, I've never seen anything that was easier than this. I mean, you know, there's no auto ship. You don't have to buy products if you don't want to, but if you do, they're 85% off. You don't have to recruit, but you can. If you do, you make a hell of a lot more money, and you should recruit, because you should be telling everybody about this. You should be telling everybody that they can save 85% on their supplements, because somebody out there is paying $100 for CBD oil, and you can sell them a better product for $18. And you know, so you know, if you don't tell them, somebody's going to tell them. Somebody else will tell them, and it'll be, and then you'll say, "Oh shit! How come you didn't sign up under me?" Well, you didn't tell me you was doing it, you moron. You know, so you know, like that. So anyway, if you got anything out of this, click like. You can subscribe. I've got other videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.